Hi, y'all. Kathy here, and I am so angry. I mean, have you seen the price of food lately? Well, let me tell you what. These days, it means I'm basically a financial analyst with a stain stick addiction. You know, they say money can't buy happiness. And I say, have you tried buying organic, pasture-raised, gluten-free, ethically sourced, artisanal kale at Whole Foods lately? Because that, my friends, buys me a moment of happiness before I check my bank balance and consider a career in competitive couponing. Remember when a trip to the grocery store was just, a trip to the grocery store? Now it's like an episode of Survivor Aisle 5. I'm strategizing. I'm forming alliances with other desperate shoppers over the last bag of marked-down bagels. I'm voting off items I actually want because my budget says no. My husband asked for steak last week. Steak. I looked at him and said, "Honey, do you see the price of ground beef? We're eating mystery meat surprise until 2026. And don't even get me started on the produce section. I saw a single bell pepper the other day that looked like it had its own mortgage. I swear, I pick up an avocado, and it whispers, 'You sure about this, Kathy? This could pay for half a tank of gas.' I half expect to see a bouncer at the entrance, checking my credit score before I can even look at the organic berries. My kids, bless their bottomless pits, don't understand. They ask for their favorite cereal, which now costs more than my first car payment. I tell them, 'Sweetie, we're not buying Lucky Charms anymore. We're buying Lucky if we can afford charms.' And don't even get me started on the family-sized boxes. They're not family-sized anymore. They're mortgage payment-sized. I saw a box of Frosted Flakes the other day that had a little disclaimer at the bottom. Warning, may cause spontaneous weeping and a sudden urge to sell a kidney. I tried to explain inflation to my youngest. He just stared at me, then asked if we could still get the dinosaur chicken nuggets. I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Son, at these prices, those dinosaurs went extinct again, right there in the freezer aisle." I went to the butcher counter last week, ready to splurge on some chicken breasts. The butcher looked at me, I looked at him, and then I saw the price. I swear, the chicken looked like it had a tiny Rolex on its little drumstick. I said, "Sir, is this chicken made of gold, or did it just graduate from Harvard?" He just shrugged and said, "Supply and demand, ma'am." I said, "Well, my demand is high, but my supply of money is critically low. And don't even get me started on dairy. Milk used to be a staple. Now it's a luxury item. I bought a gallon last week, and I swear the cow that produced it sent me a personalized thank you note. Dear Kathy, thanks for supporting my luxury condo in the pasture. Muchas gracias. So, if you see me at the grocery store, wandering aimlessly, muttering to myself about the price of toilet paper, just know I'm not crazy. I'm just a housewife, trying to feed her family without having to sell off the family heirlooms. Although, at this rate, my grandma's antique teacups might be going on eBay to pay for a bag of chips. I'll be here all week, probably crying into a generic brand of frozen peas,